Hi there, welcome to my channel. I'm Rhonda, and today I'm going to talk about Paw Patrol. Apparently Paw Patrol is a thing amongst younger kids, preschoolers, and adults are all into making crocheted Paw Patrol items for kids. So let me show you what I've done. Come on in and we'll talk about it. Hi there, I'm Rhonda. Welcome to my channel, Creative Crochet with Rhonda. And yes, Paw Patrol, I've found out, is a thing amongst kids who are 3 years old or around that age, maybe mostly boys, but I think girls are into it as well. So recently I had a call and a request for a Paw Patrol hat for this person's grandson, who happens to be 3, who loves Paw Patrol. I have to be honest, at the time I'm like, Paw Patrol, okay, can you show me what is it? I wasn't sure. I have a grandson who maybe is just under the radar of it or has not been exposed to it for whatever reason, but I was not familiar with it. So honestly, when I saw pictures, I was a little confused. We didn't get our thoughts together right away, and then my wheels started turning. And then I started creating something. And as I started creating it, it developed and it came to life. And it took on a life of its own because I don't start out knowing all the time exactly what the end product's going to be. I develop it as I go along, not realizing it. So I'm not sure if those of you out there watching have the same experience, but that seems to be what happens with me. So the first customer, I actually have 2 because another customer heard about it and says, oh, wait, I want one for my grandson. 2 totally different hats. One of them is really liking Marshall. Marshall is a fireman dog who happens to be a Dalmatian, which makes sense. Seems to be they're associated. And she showed me a picture of a fire hat with the Dalmatian ears, and I wasn't sure that I could create a fire hat without a pattern. Well, I thought we came to the conclusion that I would make a toque style that had the colors of the Marshall fire dog and the ears. But as I created it, I actually started developing the fire hat. So let me show you this hat and I'll give you an idea of what I did. Now I don't have tutorials for it because I find that my detailed tutorials are lacking in viewer interest. Unfortunately, when I think it's really exciting, it doesn't get the attention that I'm hoping for. But that being said, I think if you have created top-down hats starting with a magic circle, then this might be an inspiration for you. So here is the fire hat, and look how that turned out. I'm really pleased with it. I wasn't expecting it to look like this, and in fact, it was a risk when I started putting on the brim. When I decided to do that, I wasn't sure if I'm going to have to frog it, if it's going to work or not. So when I started out, I didn't have this. I started out with the magic circle, worked my way to the crown size that I thought was appropriate for the child, and then of course stopped my increasing and went downwards. As I did that, I thought, maybe I can do this. I started thinking about the brim. So what I did was I took the yellow from this particular character, and notice how the brim is longer at the back. The way I achieve that, excuse me, my cat is old. I don't know if you can hear her screaming. It's nothing to be alarmed about, but anyways, I hope you didn't hear that. So what I did was I single crocheted the brim at the front with, of course, increases to make it turn out. And when I went to the side, I increased to half double crochets, and the back I did double crochets, and that's how I created the variation in the length. I should also point something out. I've seen a lot of hats done in double crochet. I'm not a fan of that because I find there's a lot of spaces, like a lot of gaps with double crochet, and this is supposed to be a winter hat. So I prefer the half double crochet. It's not quite as stiff as a single. It gives a lot of solid surface that I think is sufficient for a winter hat. So carrying on, I added the ears and I tried to make the spots irregular in shape, not just circles. A lot of people do that. They do just circles, and I wanted to make it look a little bit more authentic, and I placed them as similarly to the actual character as I could to make it look realistic, like Marshall, the Paw Patrol fire dog. And I also added this badge. Now you'll notice there's two layers to it. There's this red piece out here that I tried to shape like the one on the actual hat of the character. And I used a different yarn. If you look carefully, you can see that it's a different style of yarn, different feel to the yarn. It gives that bit of dimension. And honestly, I was running out of this yarn. So I'm actually pleased that I was, because it gives it that dimension, like I said. And then I added the silver badge. And what I did is I did the triangle shape where I increased from the top here. And I also added a ridge. I actually think maybe I decreased. I can't remember. I made the triangle, but I added this extra little piece here so you can see how it takes on that shape. And then I did the paw with the toes being circles with the magic circle, and the bottom, a lot of people do it with another magic circle, but I wanted to make it look more authentic, so I did a little triangle shape. And that's pretty much it. The band is a little bit different. It's front and back post half double crochet, so it gives that extra bit of dimension. And also you'll see this edging here, which I really like how it turned out. It gave it a little bit of extra form, and it is the reverse single crochet, and I really like that. And I used the same yarn as this, so it all worked beautifully together. So now there's one last thing that you probably noticed, this ridge at the top. This was not planned. It was kind of like a brilliant outcome, or at least I think so, because I started with a toque, and if you're American, you don't call it a toque, you call it a beanie. I started out with that. It ended up getting too long, and I noticed that, and I wasn't happy. And I just happened to be pinching it, and I thought, wait a second, that looks like a fire hat, doesn't it? I really thought so. So I cinched it in. I fastened it underneath to create this ridge, and I'm thinking, it's so perfect. I just did it right up to here, brought it in. I think it looks fabulous. I love it. The customer loves it. It's already ready to go. I said, just let me hang on to it until I show my viewers. So here it is, and this customer is very excited for her grandson. She thinks he's going to love it. And what I think it's going to be a showstopper. I really think that when he wears it, people are going to stop and look, because it's not just a toque or a beanie. It's an actual fire hat shape. So let me know what you think below. It turned out great. I had no idea what I was going to do with it until I went along and just it came about. So the next hat, the customer told me that her grandson likes blue. So she wanted the blue dog hat. The blue dog is Chase. It is a different dog. This dog is not a firefighter. I think he might be police. I'm not sure. I don't know. But she wanted a toque style. So it's a bit simpler of a style, but still amazing. I love it. And I did the colors of Chase. He's got this beautiful royal blue with the yellow and the black. And this also, starting at the top, going downwards, starting with a magic circle and increasing up to the crown size that I was happy with for that age, and worked my way down. And then into this area here, I still did the half double, and the black is the front and back half double crochet. Same idea with the badge. And then the ears, I had a choice. If you know Paw Patrol, sometimes the ears hang down from here. And sometimes Chase wears his hats where the ears come out the top. And I liked the idea of the ears coming out the top. And they're nice and stiff and firm. You can see they're not floppy, and they work really well. I sewed them in a way that they have this curve in here, and I really love how it turned out. The customer loved how it turned out, and I'm really excited to give these customers their hats and have them give them to their grandsons. And it does my heart good to know that 2 little boys will be really happy and excited to wear these hats. I hope that gave you some inspiration and enough to figure out how you might want to create one if you were going to create one for your child or for your grandchild or for a friend's child. I hope this gives you some idea how you might be able to do it. Take a look and check out the characters, see the colors, make your favorite one, and you could do simply toque style, or you could get a little more adventurous like I did with the Marshall hat. That's it for now. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I really appreciate your comments. It really helps me out to know what you're thinking and feeling, and if you like what you see. Also, for those of you who are subscribed, thank you so much. I'm really getting close to 1,000 subscribers, in which case I will definitely have a giveaway to celebrate. But if you're not subscribed, please do so, because I'm not a regular. I'm not one of these content creators who comes every day. You might see me disappear for a couple weeks because I'm busy creating and doing other things that life has to offer me. So you may not see me. So if you want to know exactly when I have a video come out, if you like what you see, hit the notification bell, subscribe and hit the notification bell, and make sure you get notified of all my videos and you won't miss any. And that's it for today. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. It really helps me if you watch right through. Give me your comments. Give me a thumbs up. Getting close to 1,000. So pretty excited about that. And I'm wishing you a good day, a good afternoon, a good evening, and of course, happy crocheting. Go and make some magic with your yarn. Take care. Bye for now.